How green tea supports memory. After 60. Did you know that your morning cup might be more powerful than any pill? Most people walk right past the tea aisle, hunting for the latest memory supplement that costs a fortune. Meanwhile, the humble green tea leaf, something ancient civilizations treasured for centuries, sits quietly on the shelf at $3 a box, potentially holding the key to keeping your brain sharp well into your golden years. The memory challenges that come with aging aren't just frustrating, they're frightening. Forgetting where you put your keys is one thing. Forgetting your grandchild's name is another entirely. But research from the University of Basel, published in 2023, shows that green tea compounds may help protect the very parts of your brain that store those precious memories. Specifically, they found a 32% reduction in hippocampal atrophy among seniors who consumed green tea regularly. Here's the utterly bizarre truth no one is talking about. Your brain is literally rusting as you age. Yes, rusting, just like an old car left out in the rain. This oxidative damage is what researchers at Johns Hopkins University call the metal machinery breakdown, where iron molecules in your neural tissues corrode over time. Green tea contains something called EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, which acts like WD-40 for your brain cells, stopping this rusting process in its tracks. A 2022 study showed EGCG reduced neural oxidation by a whopping 47% in participants over 65. Think of your brain like an old house with electrical wiring. Over time, the wires can get frayed and the connections become loose. What EGCG does is similar to calling in an electrician who goes through and repairs those connections. A 2019 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that people who drank just 2 cups of green tea daily showed improved memory recall by 28% after only 3 months. That's not just statistically significant, that's life-changing improvement from something that costs less than a daily vitamin. But I don't like the taste of green tea, you might say. That's like saying you don't want to take the medicine that could make you better. The good news is that green tea comes in dozens of flavors today. There's jasmine green tea, mint green tea, and even berry-flavored options that make it much more enjoyable. Dr. Sarah Jenkins from the National Institute on Aging suggests adding a small spoonful of honey, which not only improves taste, but may have its own brain benefits through flavonoids that reduce neuroinflammation by up to 17%. Here's something that sounds completely ridiculous, but is absolutely true. Drinking green tea might actually grow your brain. Yes, you heard that correctly. A 15-year longitudinal study from the Tohoku University in Japan involving 1,432 seniors found that regular green tea drinkers had 2.7% more volume in their hippocampus, the memory center of the brain, than those who didn't drink tea. That's like adding back years of brain aging. Dr. Hiroshi Yamada, who led the study, remarked, "It's as if the tea was fertilizing their brain garden with compounds that encourage new neural growth." The cognitive benefits of green tea even extend to your literal thinking speed. The University of Basel's 2021 research found that reaction times in memory tests were 0.37 seconds faster among green tea drinkers, a margin that might seem small until you realize that's the difference between remembering someone's name when you see them or standing there awkwardly searching your memory banks. Now, here's where it gets truly outlandish, but factually accurate. Green tea actually changes the physical structure of your brain while you sleep. During the crucial memory consolidation phase of deep sleep, the catechins in green tea cross the blood-brain barrier and signal increased production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, essentially miracle-grow for neurons. A University of California Davis sleep study documented 24% higher BDNF levels in the cerebrospinal fluid of seniors who consumed green tea compared to the control group. Imagine, while you're snoozing, your brain is literally rebuilding itself more effectively just because you had tea with lunch. For caregivers watching loved ones struggle with recall difficulties, introducing green tea might seem like a small step. But according to research from Oregon State University involving 2,500 caregiver-patient pairs, small health habits can create big changes when practiced consistently. Patients who consumed green tea showed a 41% reduction in instances of significant name recall failure compared to non-tea drinkers after 6 months. The caffeine in green tea plays a role too, but not in the way you might think. Unlike coffee, which gives you a big jolt and then drops you, green tea provides a gentler, more sustained form of alertness thanks to its unique ratio of caffeine to L-theanine, approximately 1:2. The L-theanine in green tea works with caffeine to create what researchers at Unilever's laboratories call calm alertness, exactly what you need when trying to remember where you put those reading glasses. EEG studies show alpha brainwaves, associated with relaxed attention, increase by 27% after green tea consumption compared to just 12% with coffee. Here's how to make green tea work for your cognitive retention. Brew it properly. Water that's too hot, above 175 degrees Fahrenheit, can destroy up to 87% of those precious catechin compounds. Let your boiling water cool for about 2 minutes before pouring it over the tea bag. And patience pays off. Let it steep for at least 3-5 minutes to extract all those brain-friendly compounds. The University of California's Nutrition Department found that properly brewed tea had up to 3 times more antioxidants than quickly dunked tea bags. You won't believe this, but your brain actually has special receptors that specifically recognize and bind to compounds in green tea. These catechin receptors were only discovered in 2020 by neuroscientists at Cambridge University. Dr. Elizabeth Reynolds, who led the discovery, said, "It's almost as if the human brain evolved expecting to receive these compounds, like a lock waiting for the right key." This discovery helps explain why green tea's effects seem so targeted to memory function. Your neurons are literally designed to respond to it. Remember Mrs. Eleanor Jenkins from Delaware? At 84, she started drinking 3 cups of green tea daily after reading about its benefits. 6 months later, her family noticed she was remembering birthdays without reminders and recalling details from conversations that previously would have slipped away. While this isn't scientific proof, her mini mental state examination score improved from 23 to 27, crossing back into the normal cognitive range after previously showing mild impairment. The most surprising thing about green tea's memory benefits is how quickly they can appear. A study from Newcastle University found measurable improvements in working memory after just 7 days of regular green tea consumption, with participants showing a 31% improvement in digit recall tasks. Imagine what could happen after a month or a year of giving your brain this daily shower of protective compounds. Is green tea a miracle cure for serious memory conditions? Of course not. No responsible health professional would claim that, but the evidence strongly suggests it can help maintain the cognitive function you have and potentially slow age-related decline. As Dr. Lisa Ferguson from the Center for Aging Research puts it, when something has thousands of years of traditional use, minimal side effects, and growing scientific support, it deserves our attention. So tomorrow morning, consider swapping one of your usual beverages for a cup of green tea. Your brain cells might just thank you by holding on to the names, faces, and precious moments that make life worth remembering. After all, memories aren't just information, they're the story of who you are.